Welcome to another RSR. Tonight I'm reviewing Louisville City FC 2, Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC 1, USL Championship 2024, Week 19, Match 19 for both sides, Week 20 overall in the league. Louisville City are still top of the league, but they had to earn it. 1 point ahead of Charleston Battery at the end of this match with a game in hand for Louisville. They're still top of the league overall, but they had to earn it because the first half was not Louisville's half. Let me tell you that much. They were the worst team. They were the second best team for the first 45 minutes. A draw was fair at the half. They were honestly a little bit lucky to get the draw. I think the penalty call late in the first half was a harsh call where Colorado Springs had a penalty. Damus took it, knocked it off the post. Ball doesn't lie. Still 1-1 at the half. I think they were a bit, to be honest, I think they should have been better, Louisville. But they did in the second half wake up. They played around the Colorado press. They held the ball a bit longer. They were the better team throughout the second half, and they should have won by more. I think 2-1 is a fair result, but Louisville should have scored more goals and earlier in the second half. So it was a tale of two halves, I think, tonight. Colorado dominated that first half. Louisville did better in the second. They learned how Colorado played. They played through the match, but Colorado definitely played well in the second 45 defensively. They almost stole a point and took it back to Colorado Springs. But in the end, they don't. Goals were scored as follows. Malik Foster in the 16th minute has the ball, makes a great run, and smashes the ball home after dispossessing a Louisville in the midfield. He has the ball, makes a run, bangs it home. Beautiful goal from Malik Foster. 0-1 in the 16th minute. 27th minute, Elijah Winder scores off a rebound. Multiple shots are taken. A save is made. Ball falls to Winder. He slots it home. Beautiful goal by Elijah Winder in the 27th minute. Makes it 1-1 in the first half. Rightfully so. Louisville had their moments after the goal by Foster. And Winder slots it home. Beautiful goal. Played a damn good game. He did. Then, of course, the penalty shout happens. The penalty call happens. It's missed. Ball doesn't lie. But Colorado really dominates the first half. It's really their half. But a fair scoreline, I think. 1-1 at the half for both sides. A fair scoreline at the half. Louisville had to figure some out in the locker room during the halftime period. They sure do. They play better around the press. They hold the ball more. Colorado was dispossessing them. Colorado Springs was dispossessing them religiously in that first half. For sure. Religiously dispossessing them on the ball more. They found a good press. They were honestly all over them like white on rice. Louisville could not break the press in the first half. Their team setup was not good enough to beat the press, break the press of Colorado. Colorado should have, I would say, should have capitalized more. Louisville had their moments of like, hey, we figured this out. We saw some things we could get through here. And they did, to a certain extent. They did. And, of course, the goal from Winder, they had to grease out a goal in this first half. They wanted any chance, turns out, because Elijah Winder greased out the goal, got the rebound. Amadou Dia off another rebound, but incidental foul contact leads to a foul, a goal kick, free kick by Colorado Springs, and it's still 1-1 at the half because Louisville had their near miss taken away as well. It did go into the net, but it went into the net, but incidental contact takes that one away from Amadou Dia in the first half. So again, fair, a 1-1 draw. You could say Louisville should have been leading. I don't really think so. You could say Colorado Springs should have been leading. I'll listen more to that. But a fair 1-1 at the half. Then, in the second half, Louisville are all over the game. They have the ball. They're dominant. They've broken the press. They have been dispossessed in the second half a little bit less, but they still got dispossessed, but a normal amount of times, to a point where Colorado still leads the stats, but Louisville's second half was so much better, so more clean, more forward play. They had a lot of chances, a lot of defensive big plays by Colorado Springs, nearly had them save a point, but in the final minutes, 90+5, the ball's played in off a corner. It's played back out to Davila, and he crosses it with a pinpoint ball to Sean Toch. He climbs up into the air with a bullet header into the net, 90+5 to make it 2-1. The jersey tucking hero Sean Toch with a goal to send the Louisville fans home happy, 2-1. And that's the way it would end. A last-second header by Sean Toch. A banger of a goal. A bullet header. A perfect cross by Davila. Leads to the winning goal by Sean Toch. What a header. That was a bullet. That was a bullet. That was one of the best corner cross header goals I've seen in the USL. Especially last second. The moment was perfect. Louisville finally broke them down to get the win. They deserve to win by more, but in the end, full time, it's 2-1. Should have been 3 or 4 with the way they played that second half, but who cares? They got the 3 points. Sean Toch is a hero. What a goal. You needed that. Perfect game. Perfect way to end the game on a Friday night. Send the fans home happy. They get it done. Full-time stats were as follows. 21 shots to 11, as you could tell. Got a bit heavy towards Louisville there in the second half. 7 shots to 4. Again, there you go. 46% possession to 54% possession. 339 pass to 438. 75% pass accuracy to 81%. 16 fouls to 17. Very chippy game. Very tough game. 2 offside to 1, 2 yellow cards to 2, 0 red cards to 0, 14 corners to 1. Louisville had them beat in the second half. It was a matter of when, not if, and then it took a long time. It took 50 minutes. It took 50 minutes for Louisville to score their goal to win the game, but it was a matter of if, not when. Or it was a matter of when, not if. My bad. It was a matter of when, not if. And when that ball went in, my God, what a finish. Like, that was worth it. Like, this game was at times boring. It was at times methodical for others. Not exactly me, but for others, I could tell, I could understand if people said, yeah, that game was sort of boring. It was methodical. It was a game that was very methodical. Both teams played tough. It was tight. It was a war. It was a very, very tough game. And you could say, well, yeah, I understand that. And I get it. But with that being said, it definitely could have been considered a boring game. But both sides were warriors in this match. And Louisville wanted it more. Colorado Springs nearly stole a point. For sure. And honestly, I feel sorry for them for the fact that they didn't. Even though I felt like Louisville was going to win the match and get what they needed and get the 3 points and stay top of the league, I had a feeling that Colorado's going to be heartbroken here. Colorado Springs. We know I'm not talking about the Rapids, right? I could just say Colorado. It's a mouthful. But, or people go with context clues. I'm not sure. But with that being said, I feel like they're heartbroken. The Switchbacks. Yeah, I could have done that. But the Switchbacks. I feel like they're heartbroken because they were this close to stealing a point against the best team in the league. I know Louisville's been shaky form-wise for the past month. For the past 6 games, they've been shaky form-wise. They've won, but they've lost. They've been hit or miss, and honestly, this game was a complete showing of that. The first half, they were miss. The second half, they were hit. And that's exactly what this game was. They were hit, they were missed, then hit. For the past 5 games before this, they were miss, hit for a whole game. They finally lost at home a couple of weeks ago to Rhode Island FC, and they lost also 2 games on the road. They only had 2 wins in their last 5. Now they're 3-3 in their last 6. Still top of the league, though, but again, they're hit or miss right now. I don't know what exactly is going on to make it like that, because they were rolling early. They were rolling. Now they're hit or miss. This is that time of the season where that can happen. They need to pick it up when it comes to getting to the playoffs and getting in there, because they'll be in. Unless a complete catastrophe happens, which I don't think will happen. They may stay hit or miss, but I don't think a complete catastrophe will happen. They're going to make the playoffs, and as they normally do. And I don't think they've ever missed a Eastern Conference final. They've at least been that far. I don't think that'll change this year, but it's a very possible situation where you could be like, yeah, I could see them frauding it up to a certain extent if they don't wake up. And maybe this was the game to wake them up. But Louisville are working through some things at the very most, or at the very least. It is definitely some that I'm a little bit worried about, because I saw how they started the season. And they were on a roll. Now they're sort of hit or miss. They need to wake up. This is not the time. You need to wake up within the next 3-4 weeks before you really are screwed. You need to get a good hot run of form going again if you're Louisville. Colorado Springs, middle of the pack. They're not a bad team. They're not great. They could get a job done. They're tough. But they're not bad. But they're not great either. They're good. I wouldn't say mid. But they're very tough. And that's what really helps them. They'll probably make the Western playoffs. I think they would. Will they go far? Probably not. But USL is known for upsets sometimes. So if they play like this, maybe. Player of the game for me, man of the match for me, is Elijah Winder. He got the first goal. Pretty greasy. Played a damn good game overall. Elijah Winder's man of the match. I will agree with the Louisville stream. The Louisville airing of the match. I think he is man of the match. I think Sean Toch deserves plaudits for the header, but that's pretty much all his game was. That's pretty much all his game was the header. So I guess second place is Sean Toch. Maybe a second star, but you know, there you go. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put it to play. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow for a live watch along and review of CF Montreal versus Toronto FC. MLS Saturday, 401 derby, the second of the season. Possibly not the last, because it looks like the wild card game might just be Toronto-Montreal. Whether it's at home, at BMO, or at Stade Saputo, we don't know. But this could be the second of 3 times. But we know this is second of 2 in the regular season. So I'll see you tomorrow for Toronto-Montreal. Montreal-Toronto live review. And then Sunday we'll be here live in review for Domingo Futbolero. Those are back. Don't worry. Pumas versus Pachuca right before the Leagues Cup starts. So we're touching everything USL, MLS, Liga MX this weekend. Because Leagues Cup starts next week. And I didn't have to do a USL game, but why not? But we are talking about MLS, then Liga MX on each Saturday, Sunday. Because I think that makes sense. With that being said, I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. Good job, Louisville, Colorado. I'll be watching. And there you go. Peace.